What's your name?
Hi, I'm Lena. I'm a senior.
Have you ever been dress coded?
Yes, I have.
What were you wearing and what was your experience?
I was wearing white shorts and a tank top, and I was going to the office in the morning to get an SAT reduced form so I can take my SATs.
Do you think boys get dress coded just as much as girls do?
No, not at all.
Why do you think that?
Because, like, guys don't get dress coded as much as we do because they don't wear skimpy clothes like we do.
What is your definition of skimpy?
Like it's said that we show too much shoulders or too much legs. But I mean, guys can show the same amount of shoulders and the same amount of legs, but we get dress coded and they don't.
Do you agree with the stated fact that girls' clothing affects men's learning?
I disagree, because a woman's shoulder should not... What's the word? A woman's shoulder should not affect a man's learning. Because if he was here to learn, then why should anyone's shoulders affect anyone's learning?
What's your name?
Janelle.
Janelle, have you ever been dress coded?
Yeah.
What were you wearing and what was your experience?
I was wearing a cutoff. The cutoff went to like right here. My sports bra was like right here, so it showed like this much skin. Oh, let me tell you something.
Keep going.
This was before school started. This was a week before school started when we were here doing our counseling meetings. I got pulled by an administrator and she said, "You know when school starts you can't wear that, right?" And I was like, "Why not?" And then she was like, "Because boys are going to get distracted by all the skin that you're showing." I was showing this much skin.
You tell them, girl.
I was so irritated.
Do you think boys get dress coded as much as girls?
No, hell no.
Does that bother you?
Very much. How is that fair? Like, in like any sense, like how is it fair to make a girl feel bad for everything that she's wearing and like praise boys for all this stuff, praise boys for all the stuff that they wear too? Like, it doesn't make sense. Especially if guys show way more skin than girls. It's the girls' fault.
Do you agree with the stated fact that girls' clothing affects men's learning?
No.
Go on, explain.
Oh no, I disagree with that completely. Like a girl or the stuff that girls wear, it shouldn't dictate how capable a boy is from learning. Like, it has to do with a boy and his respect for a female, and if he doesn't respect a female enough to let what she wears and what she looks like affect how he does in the classroom, it doesn't make any sense.
Okay, what's your name?
Angela?
Have you ever been dress coded?
Yes, twice.
Okay, what were you wearing and what was your experience?
I was wearing a crop top and she caught me, so I ran. And the second time, I got caught by Miss Angela and she made me change.
Okay,
I was wearing a spaghetti strap.
the spaghetti strap, okay.
Yeah.
What was your experience? Like, what is...
That is annoying. I didn't like it. I was like, why do I have to change? Like, am I provoking someone? I'm obviously not provoking anyone.
Okay.
And I'm just like, I had bad luck. That's why I was caught.
Okay, and then what was her reasoning behind dress coding you?
She said it was provocative.
What does that mean?
And she said it would provoke boys and like disturb them.
And do you agree with the stated fact that girls' clothing affects men's learning?
Well, it depends on the guys. Like, it really depends on, I don't feel like we wear anything wrong. I feel like it's up to the guys if it bothers them or not. And if it does bother them, they should like look away, or like they should like be somewhere else, like fit somewhere else.
What is your name?
My name is Andreas.
Andreas, have you ever been dress coded?
No.
Do you feel like what you wear to school is appropriate?
Sometimes.
Give an example of an article of clothing that you wore that should have been dress coded as applied to the enforced school dress code.
I wear cutoffs. And when I when I walked in, they don't really do anything about it.
Do you think boys get dress coded as much as girls?
No, not really.
Do you agree with the stated fact that girls' clothing affects men's learning?
No, no, it doesn't. I mean, when I'm trying to learn, I'm focused on learning.
What's your name?
Javelin Rivera.
All right, go on.
So when a girl gets dress coded, it's because they might distract a guy. But when someone gets dress coded, we're giving that message that a guy's education is more important than a girl's education. Because some guys be wearing cutoffs. A girl wears the cutoff, she gets dress coded. A guy doesn't wear the cutoff, he doesn't get dress coded. So we're saying that a guy's education is more important than a girl's education when it should be equalized, and that no one should be dress coded just because someone will get distracted. Because a girl can get distracted by a guy, but he won't get dress coded. But if it happens for a girl and a guy gets distracted, they get dress coded. So there should be no difference, and no one should get dress coded for that, unless it's really, really good.
Give an example of an article of clothing that you worn that should have been dress coded as applied to the enforced school dress code.
One time I wore a bandana, and it was with a cutoff as well, and they always had dress coded people with cutoffs because they showed a shoulder or showed some part of their body that should have been covered. And then a bandana also was red, and I wore it and I didn't get dress coded.
Ooh. Does it bother you that girls get caught but you don't get caught, or is
Yes,
that
it does.
So you want to get caught?
I feel like it should be equal.
Yeah.
Every time, no matter what gender.
Skylar, how do you feel about the dress code?
You know, I don't even notice what people are wearing, so I'm like the world's worst person for actually dress code violating anybody. I really don't see it until somebody else points it out.
Oh.
I mean, I think we have to have some sort of dress code, but for the most part,
What would you say is appropriate and inappropriate to wear?
You know, if your body parts are hanging out, that's probably inappropriate. But in terms of like, I know that you guys have been having the argument about the tank tops recently. I find if guys can wear tank tops, girls should be able to wear tank tops.
And last question, do you think boys get dress coded as much as girls do?
Not here. No, I don't. And I think if you're going to enforce it, you should enforce it equally on everybody.
Yes.
I ain't ever gonna change. I ain't ever gonna change. Fuck you. Don't you ever dress code me again. Oh my god.
If you wanna go, I would not mind, but I'm not the kind of drum you play one time. One time, one time, one time. Boy, I'm not the kind of drum you play one time. One time, one time, one time. Boy, I'm not the kind of drum you play one time.